the ice, the New York Rangers have won the President's Trophy. That goes to the team with the most points in the NHL regular season. This is the 5th time New York has won that distinction. The 114 points by the Rangers this season, the most in the history of this original 6 franchise. That's saying something. However, President's Trophy winners have struggled recently in the playoffs. Since the Bruins won the Cup in 2013, none of the last 10 President's Trophy winners even reached the Stanley Cup Finals. Last year, Boston lost in the first round after winning the President's Trophy, so it's been kind of like a Madden-cursed jinx to be the best team in the regular season. Look who is joining the party here with the playoffs upon us. It is the Puck Daddy, Greg Wyshynski.
To have you here.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here as always, my friends. It's puck season, as they call it, I think.
And that's why we bring the father of pucks. The slow clap was well worth it because can be a little squirrely over there, kind of like a villain, but good to us here on the show. Puck Daddy, let's talk about those Rangers. President's Trophy. Should their fans be worried about this trend continuing?
Yes. What you just showed is the wild card era for the National Hockey League, okay? So ever since they changed the playoff format, not a single team has made the final that has won the President's Trophy. Going back, we have had 37 President's Trophy winners. 11 have made the final. 8 have won the Cup. 8 out of 37 President's Trophy winners have won the Stanley Cup. I don't believe in a lot of voodoo, but I believe in the President's Trophy curse.
Wow. Sorry, Rangers. Great regular season, but potentially falling short in the postseason. Now, before we get to more questions, Puck Daddy, I want to tell you about some of these teams here and their betting odds. The Rangers, well, they would be the biggest favorites to win any first-round series. They're laying minus 450 against Alex Ovechkin and the Capitals. Caps are 150 to 1 long shots to win the Stanley Cup, by far the longest odds of any team. The Panthers and Lightning, they'll meet in the Battle of Florida. Panthers minus 190 series favorites. One of these teams has represented the East in 4 straight Stanley Cup Finals. Play some hockey down there in Florida, huh? The Hurricanes, minus 400 favorites over the Islanders. Islanders ended the year on a 9-game point streak to grab a playoff spot, so they're coming in hot. In Carolina, they're the Stanley Cup betting favorite. And Erin, the Bruins are minus 130 favorites over the Maple Leafs. The Bruins blew a 3-1 lead in their first-round series last year against the Panthers after winning, as we said, the President's Trophy.
So, Puck Daddy, some very enticing matchups.
Yeah.
Which one are you looking forward to the most in the East?
Oh, baby. The Maple Leafs and Bruins. I was so happy when we got this playoff matchup, man. So, in the last, 11 seasons, these guys have met 3 times. Each time the series has gone 7 games, the Bruins winning each time. This is going to go one of 2 ways. Either the Maple Leafs look across the ice, they see the spoke to be, and they freak out because they know that they're in trouble. Or it becomes kind of one of those situations where you have to overcome your tormentor in order to finally make your championship run. Think of the Capitals.
It's like Stockholm Syndrome.
Well, remember the Capitals and the Penguins? Like when the Capitals won the Cup, it happened because they beat the Penguins in the playoffs, right? So a win over the Bruins, I think, could catapult the Leafs. And I do think that they match up well against Boston this time.
Very interesting. The East looks like it's going to be fun. Let's turn now our attention, Puck Daddy and gang, to the Western Conference now. 2 of the 4 series locked in there, including Winnipeg and Colorado squaring off. The Avs are favorites in that series, despite not owning home ice. They're minus 135, Winnipeg plus 115 on the comeback. The Jets, though, won all 3 games this season versus this Colorado outfit. So, Puck Daddy, what should we be aware of with these 2 teams matching up?
It's the old wrestling announcer cliche. It's the irresistible force against the immovable object. The Colorado offense is palpable, led by Nathan MacKinnon, who probably has a very good case to win MVP this year. The Winnipeg defense, though, has been good all season, and they are backstopped by the best goalie, I think, in the league this year, Connor Hellebuyck, and that is the big advantage for Winnipeg here. Connor Hellebuyck in goal. Well, Colorado's Alexander Georgiev does not blow you away, but Connor Hellebuyck is the kind of guy who can win a series on his own. The Jets have home ice advantage. They've got the better D. They got the better goalie. I think there's a chance they could be one of the dark horses to watch in the beginning of these playoffs.
Love the idea of you floating a dark horse, because that's one of 2 things I'm looking for. Dark horses, and then which of the favorites that could completely flame out that we could bet against as well?
I'll stay in Canada. I think it's the Vancouver Canucks. You know, the Canucks are a bit of a Tootsie Roll this season. They're a bit top-heavy offensively. They've got 3 guys that have done well, or 4 guys that have done well offensively. There's a huge drop-off. Their secondary scoring is what really gives me pause right now. And they're going up against a Nashville Predators team that's been one of the hottest in the second half of the season. We all know the story by now. Their coach canceled a trip to see U2 at the Sphere in Las Vegas, and then they went 16 games without a loss. The depth matchup here could be evened out based on these teams, but the Predators play with a lot of pace. And although the Canucks are a very good defensive team, I think the Preds might give them a little trouble in the first round.
That is going to break the hearts of so many Canucks fans who have been waiting for this.
I know. But it will keep the city safe if they don't play for the Cup. We have to remember that as well.
As only Puck Daddy can.
All-timer.
In a Tootsie Roll reference, he basically played Mean Gene Okerlund there with the reference to the WWE.